Today, so many good speakers have come and they have got very nice subjects. Only thing is, for me, they have given this subject, what to do. You have to bear with me. See, there is Ayurvedic people, they give a bitter pill first and then there will be sweet things afterwards. So, sweet things are kept afterwards. Okay. Because of your requirements, I have to speak on this. See, this subject, nowadays, you have heard a lot about this EQ, IQ, and these things. So people wonder what is that. And many think it is a Western origin. But I will show you soon that 3000 years back, Indian rishis have analyzed this one. Now I am showing you a small example, very childish example, but I love it because I have read this one book, The School Teacher's Diary, when I was very small. Actually, I think I was hardly 10 years old. I read this book and I appreciate it so much. Actually, there was a teacher, this is Russia, just after their Second World War. The whole country was in shabby state. Many people have died. So the many children have become orphans. That was the state. And this teacher was supposed to look after 40 kids. And she analyzed each and every one so beautifully. That's why I loved that book. She says about She says about a boy who always used to come first in the school. He was very egoistic and never cared for others' feelings. And if anybody does nicely, he always had an idea, oh, he must have copied from my book. He must have copied from my notes. This is all he used to think. So, at the end of the whole year, the teacher says, I am successful in 39 cases, but I am utterly failure in one case. That was the student who used to come first. I could not mold him. So that is IQ, representative of IQ. Now another example is EQ. EQ means emotional quotient. Efficiency in controlling your emotions and also efficiency in looking after others' emotions. IQ is intelligence quotient. Usually scientists, brilliant people, they have got a very high IQ. And EQ, usually those who are serving others, helpful, they have got this nature. And this boy, another boy who represents EQ, how was he? His name was Rabindranath Dosha. Even now I remember the name. He was a monitor in the class. And everybody used to love him, A to Z. And whenever he used to say, hey, get up, they will get up. Sit down, they will sit down. They will all stand in a discipline behind him. So there was no question that he was a leader by himself. And not only that, he used to have so much sympathy. Not sympathy, empathy. Empathy means feeling for others. Thinking yourself in their place. That is empathy. So he used to be so sympathetic with others. They always felt he is their own. Like this was the feeling. And the teacher used to visit everybody's home. So she visited once this boy's home also. And the Russian has got just like our Sanskrit, Russian and German, they have got declaration. That is vibhakti. What you say, just like we say Shabdarup. You say, no, in Sanskrit we by heart, nara, naro, nara, like this. Similarly, you have to by heart in this one, German also, in Russian also. This boy she could hear from outside, he was reciting that. Then she knocked the door. She imagined that she must be sitting at a study table reading the book. But to her great surprise, the boy was wearing an apron. He was only 10 to 11 years old. He was wearing an apron and he was washing the vessels. He has put up his book like this and was reading or by hearting side by side. And something was cooking on the this one stove also. And she saw that two neatly dressed, two small babies were sleeping on the cot. She said she was so surprised. The boy also was surprised because he never expected the teacher will walk in. So she asked, "Where is your father?" Then the boy said, "My father died during the war." Then, "Where is your mother?" "No, mother has to earn now, so she is now working as a railway guard. So she has to do 24 hours work and she gets only one day holiday in the week. She comes home." That means this boy is handling the whole mother's work. Finance, cooking, looking after the babies, and the washing, and then studying. Then she understood the mystery behind his leadership. He is having so calm, he could manage not only his emotion, but he could manage the others' emotion. He gained the love and admiration of all the boys. That is the reason. So he is an excellent tell me, so far I have explained you so much. What is that? EQ, emotion quotient. Now I will come to some theory behind it. This theory is not done today. Many people say that somebody like someone in Western countries, he has done this EQ and IQ. Now I will show you Patanjali, how he has done. Patanjali, Maharshi Patanjali was 3000 years back. He has done this Patanjali Rajyog. And then he has written all these things in a very short form, just like we write in the mathematics, A plus B is equal to C. That we call formula, no? E is equal to mc square. Like this we write the formula. He wrote Yoga Sutras. Sutras means they are like formulas, small short thing, which can be expanded and understood. Now this is the picture of mind lake. All of us, we are having that. What is something is dropping, then it will create ripples. So external stimuli, whatever it may be, in whatever form it comes, it will create ripples. Here the ripples are thoughts. Okay? That much you have understood, all of you. Okay? And next one. Now some of the thoughts get attached with feelings. You see your friend is coming from a distance. You have got great love for her. Immediately your feeling of love gets attached with that. So that we call emotion. Or somebody you hate, that person is coming. So hatred gets attached with that. So you get a strong repulsive emotion. So that is sometimes leads to actions, that is impulses. But some thoughts are there, just like you are reading some grammar book, you have no feeling. Okay, so that is, you will not get any type of problem. But when you are having feelings and emotions, it will create problem. Whether it is attached with sukha, happiness, or dukkha, you always get some reaction. So you see here, the external stimuli you can see, the pictures you can see, anything can just hit your mind lake and produce thoughts. There can be internal stimuli also. And then you add your perception. What you see you are wearing a specs. Suppose the specs has got yellow color, you will start seeing everything as yellow. So you won't see the correct thing, you always see yellow color along with that. So that is perception. So now the thoughts and feelings together, we call emotions. And emotions, if they are strong, they will carry reactions. The reactions again give rise to memory, strong memories, and they will again cause karma phala. That means, suppose you get very angry, you will hit somebody, then they will hit you back. So that is immediate karma phala. But sometimes these karma phalas can go to the next births also. So strong. You see, we are always careful. We should not spend this money. Mummy has given 1,000 rupees. I must keep this properly. We are very careful in spending that. But are we careful in spending our words? No. We can say a lot of things which may hurt others. Are we careful about our thoughts? No. We will do something which may carry karma phala. See, when I die, I won't be able to take the money with me. Money all will stay here only. But when I die, I carry karma phala, my thoughts, my feelings with me. Even Krishna has said, Vayur Gandha Nivashayat. That means just like the air carries the smell. Similarly, we carry our karma phala. Our strong emotions we carry with us. That is the thing. We are not careful there. We are not careful when we hurt others. So thoughts without feelings, they don't give us trouble. But say, these emotions, they can be of four kinds. Prasupta, Tanu, Vichinna, Udara. I am not telling all these things. I am telling Patanjali, Maharshi Patanjali's words. He says there are of four kinds. The Udara means they are all on the surface. Somebody gets angry and you will see that this person is angry. Nothing to hide. You can see, oh, this girl is angry. But there is another thing called Prasupta. Prasupta means inside, dormant. Means you will see a girl very calm and quiet. It's a quiet girl. One day she will burst. So much is there inside her, we will see. That is because a dormant, just like a bomb she has created inside her. Hatred or this one, jealousy or whatever feelings. She has made a bomb inside herself. And she is suffering because of that. One day it will burst open and everybody gets surprised. Oh, so much is there inside her. This happens, no? You have seen, no? This happens. You have not seen. You have not seen such things. If you study people, you will see all sorts of things. Tanu or Vichinna means those which get diluted. Means if I am good at controlling emotions, I can make it dilute and disappear. I can get rid of it. So, this klesha, the emotions, they can lead to karmashaya. I will just tell you a story, a horrible story, so that you will remember what is karmashaya. So, this is a true story, they say. A sadhu was going to a village. Then it was night time, so he asked for shelter in a home. They welcomed him. They gave him food, they gave him warm milk, and they made bed, and he laid down and slept. In the middle of the night, the door opened, and the lady of the house came and said, "See, my husband is very cruel. I can't stay with him. I want to go with you. Will you please take me?" Like this. Then Sadhu became very afraid. What this lady is telling. And then he just opened the door and he walked away. He thought that I should go as fast as possible from this place. He has walked hardly about 200 meters or so. Then all the village people came running behind him. They caught him. They scolded him. They said, you have murdered that person. And somebody screamed. You chop off his hands, and then both the hands were cut off of this sadhu. What has happened is this lady was screaming, my husband, she has killed the husband, and she was screaming that this sadhu has killed my husband. So this thing has happened. So he was surprised, how come that I am an innocent person? How come it happened to me? And then in this condition only he reached his guru. He said, no, what mistake I have done? What have I done to get this one in this life? You followed, all of you followed this one story, no? So you can follow, there is no problem. So when he approached his guru, the guru said, my son, this is your karma phala. He said, my karma phala? What did I do? He said, not in this path. 2-3 births ago, you were standing on the road, and this man who was killed today, he was a butcher that time. This lady was a cow, and he was taking that cow to kill, and it escaped and it ran. And what did you do? This man was screaming, catch her, catch her. Then you helped him, helped by putting your both hands, and you caught her and you gave this to man. You did not kill, but you helped him. So this time, that's why both of your hands are cut off. These very 2 hands you have cut that this one cow, no? And she has taken revenge in this life. See how mysterious is this karma phala. This is called karmashaya. This is also called adrushta. We say, when we say kapal, my kapal, we say. How it comes back to us, we don't know. So these are the afflictions that come back to us. Anyway, so the emotion controlling is very, very, very important. So the people who can recognize and understand before it comes and bursts on the surface, you must be able to catch it, catch that emotion. We must be able to control it. Control and use this awareness to influence the others' thoughts also. That is emotional quotient. Those who can control themselves, that is what we say, emotionally you are efficient. You are efficient in controlling the emotion. But if you can control others also, you can calm down others also, then you are a leader. So that is the thing. Emotional quotient, if you are having a high degree of emotional quotient, you can become a leader. So now what is the leader's components? These are the general components of emotional quotient. Self-awareness. You must be able to find out your own emotions, your own things, drawbacks, as well as good things. Both you must be able to find out. Then you must be able to control it. Then in what way can we control it? Not only concentrating on oneself, but if you concentrate on others also, serve others and sympathetic with others, then we can control the emotion better. Seva is always a good thing to expand oneself. The more you expand, the ego will become less. The more you give to others, your ego will become less. That is the one way to control the emotions. So the empathy, not sympathy. Sympathy means simply sympathizing others. Empathy means you have to put your feet in the other's shoes and feel for them. That is empathy. Motivation, the inspiration. How much you can inspire. See, nowadays there are a lot of people who talk very bad things. Say, everything is gone. Everything is negative for them. This country has gone to ditch. And they say, what is there? No future. Like this they will talk. But in the midst of all this negativity, we must be able to maintain the positive this thing. You must be able to give positive thoughts to others. That is very, very, very important. When 3-4 of you come together, make it a point. Don't share negative thoughts and feel hopeless or depressed. Try to give something positive. Make it a point, a rule of your life. And of course, there must be social skills. You must be able to speak nicely. See, cultured person always speaks good things. He never takes the bad words. That is our culture, Bharatiya culture, always had this. Only nowadays, we see the wrong trait. First, we must overcome that. We must get back to our original culture. So Swamiji said, head, heart and hands should be equally developed. Then only you can be leader. A leader is Sardar to Siddhar, he used to say. Swamiji used to say, Sardar to Siddhar. The one who wants to become Sardar must be able to give his own head for others. Then only he can be a leader. A person's most useful asset is not head full of knowledge, but a heart full of love. This is very, very important for emotional quotient. Nowadays, see, formerly, people used to measure your IQ only. You are joining a factory or you are joining an organization, you are joining a company. They will say, how brilliant you are, what are your records, how much marks you have got, and all these things. But nowadays, they take care of one more factor, that is EQ. Why? Because those who are having IQ, if they become managers, they can be ruthless. They will make you work 24 hours. They will take all the credit themselves. They won't give credit to you. How many days you can go on working 24 hours? You can't. So first, it may seem that your company is getting profit, but afterwards, slowly it will degrade. But those who are with a good EQ, they have got a friendly relation with the workers. For example, now I always appreciated Jamshedji Tata and this Ratan Tata and this one. They have got a sort of, sharing. For example, you know Tata Sumo, that car with the name Tata Sumo, you have seen, no? Some of you have seen. That was actually created by one of the workers. He was going with the other drivers. They studied what are the defects in the vehicle, how to improve it. He took all the knowledge from these other drivers and he has done an input for the company. And Tatas have always got one ideal, that we must take the knowledge from wherever it comes. That beautiful ideal has actually come from Swami Vivekananda. When Jamshedji met Swamiji, they discussed for 17 days what is the future of India. They were on the ship. Swamiji said, see, this money is not yours. You are only treasurer. You have to give it back to the country, for the people. Then they had a plan how to do it. He said, now we must open science institutes, first industry, because Tata was going to Japan to buy matchboxes and bring back to the country and sell it. Swamiji said, what is this? You are pumping the blood, country's blood out. Country's blood out. Why can't you do matchbox in the country? Can't you do that much? Says, Swamiji was only 30 years and Jamshedji was nearing 60 years. But Jamshedji took his words. Swamiji was such a personality, you can't say no to him. And then he also promised, yes, I am going to bring the steel industry also. First, actually, Tata went to England to bring steel industry. You know, they were very sarcastic. They said, what? Indians will make steel. Then it will be like bread. I can eat it. The minister commented and they sent him back. So this time he was going to America and fortunately he was with Swamiji. So whole way went to Canada's Vancouver, from there to Chicago in train. All the time he was with Swamiji. So they discussed a lot of things about the country. Then Swamiji said, not only you must bring the industry, next phase is you must have research institutes. Because we can't depend on the technology from outside. We have to discover our own technologies. So we have to open the Indian research institutes. Then, don't stop there. We must train our young people to think better, to do better. And you must give them freedom to achieve. That was the motive behind Tata's this. That is why when Swamiji came back, that time already Tata has become rich and he wanted to open an Indian Institute of Science and British were not allowing it. And he took the help of Sister Nivedita and finally when British agreed, both Tata and Swamiji have passed away. But this ideal remained. Also, Swamiji has written to Mysore Maharaja that at least you must give the land. So that is why in Bangalore, they gave, Maharaja gave 400 acres of land to Tata for opening this one. So it was J.R.D. Tata, next to Jamshedji Tata, his son, they opened the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. Now you see, from Indian Institute of Science, everything branched out. Indian Institute of Science from there, Bombay Atomic Research Center, then this one, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, then from there again, even today's ISRO, then Chandrayaan, everything branched out from there. All over India, Indian Institute of Technologies came up. So all this is because of, not only because of simple his money has put, but he had put that idea, everybody should get the freedom. So when Homi Baba said, he was also scientist under Indian Institute of Science, said, no, I want to have a separate institute where I will do research on the atomic this thing. They opened. They allowed him to have the capital and start. And then when this one, Vikram Sarabhai said, I want to have a fundamental research institute, then they agreed because Tata has given a written declaration that these young scientists should be given full inspiration. They should be allowed to do. So that is why. So this idea of the leader can be the one who not only inspires others, but it takes the others' ideas also. This is a famous quotation by Swamiji. You can read yourself. The art is enjoyed by heroes. This is the unfailing truth. Be a hero. Say, and a leader not only knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Leader doesn't stand behind. He shows how to do and how to organize, and he takes the help of others also. And in Gita, I will soon come to the Gita shloka also. And then it is clearly written, Swadhyaya Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi. That means a leader must be able to know all the angles of a problem. That is Swadhyaya. That means he must be able to study all the angles. Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti. When he makes an arrangement, it should be done with all full knowledge. He should have the knowledge of the problem and should be able to arrange for that, and then the others can follow. Say, I will take these leadership qualities one by one. This, can you recognize this lady? This lady is Abbaka, the queen of Goa, Goa's queen. We all know Portuguese came and occupied. But do you know how many have struggled behind that? Do you know this Abbaka has defeated them? But unfortunately, we have an idea that if the enemy surrenders, we have to give them full this thing. We should not kill them. Now that is the one that these people misused. Whether it is Mohammedans or Christians or the Portuguese or Dutch or British, they misuse this. Abbaka was able to throw rockets on their ships. And her people loved her. They were all behind her. A strong leader will step up into challenges. She was able to take the challenge in her hand. And that come their way and equip their team members to do the same. So together they faced. But you know, very unfortunately, her husband, himself was a traitor. Somehow a jealousy crept in. He thought, why my wife should flourish so much? And he was the person to give out the secret where she was and what not. It's a very sad thing. And you know the next thing, what happened? The whole of Goa actually was destroyed, so to say. The Portuguese not only captured Abaka, and after killing her, they took away these Konkanis. They were strong Brahmins actually. In shiploads, they at the gunpoint they told them, you either get converted or die. They were ready to die. So the whole shiploads of these people, Pandits and Brahmins, they were drowned in the Arabian Sea. The saddest portion, but their grandsons and granddaughters have forgotten that. You know why? They were brainwashed. All the children were taken and they were baptized. Some of them were taken to England and they forgot about this. They didn't know this history. Even now, whether they really know or not, those who have become fathers and nuns, I don't know whether they really know this history. It's the saddest history. You know this person very well, our national hero. You can recognize what are the traits in him: inspiration, honesty and integrity. What you call straightforwardness, the noble culture. See, in Shivaji's stories, one of the things which I like very much is his followers brought a lady, Muslim lady, na? You know that. Then what did he do? He treated her with a great respect and sent her back with respect. Can we hear any other story like this from Muslims or anybody else? We never hear such a story from anywhere. And he was impartial. And then all his boys or the soldiers were so close to him. They loved him like anything because of this one. He loved everyone equally. And some Muslims were also there in his soldiers. Them also he loved. That's why they were very loyal to him. It's very rare that the Muslims should be loyal to a Hindu king, but they were loyal. And he had a wonderful charisma to attract the people. Another person with such charisma was Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose, when he stood in Singapore, people poured gold, silver, like heaps to his feet. This, you know, who is that? Whose picture is this? Abdul Kalam, yes. He says very nice stories about his rocket making. What these people are doing, do you know? They are carrying the rocket on the cycle and also on the cart. What happened? They asked the help of the friends. They said, no, can you give us the machine to test our rocket? Actually, it has to be tested by putting vibration. They said, no, we can't give. They said, okay, we will manage. Then the leader suggested, most probably Abdul Kalam or Vikram Sarabhai, suggested, okay, we will test. There is a way to test. We will put it on the cycle or this one, cow-drawn cart. It will give enough vibration. Now, if our rocket passes that one, then test is over. So they did it. They did it, and the rocket withstood that one, and it was launched successfully, and they were successful. Then the French people asked, do you have the technology? They said, yes, we have. Can you share with us? No, it is a national secret. See, why should we go down in front of others? We should always keep that self-respect. We should not be humble or say, we are beggars. Why should we? In this one, after the Pokhran bomb blast, America decided to put sanction on us. They closed all these things. They gave strict orders that nothing related to this machinery or nuclear things should go to India. Completely stop it. So they said, okay, we will try ourselves. Then they had to get a diaphragm made up of, I don't know what this thing, silicon or which material, I forgot. So they wanted it from an American company. When they approached the American company, they said, no, we have got president's order. We cannot give you any more. Okay, from where do you get this one? No, we take it from Japan. So they went to Japan. Then they asked for Japan. Japanese said, no, we are not supposed to give you because America has put the sanction on you. Okay, from where do you get this raw material? No, from India. Who is it? Then we will put sanction on you. We are not going to send you this ore to you. So they came back and this manufactured in India. So many things have happened. You see, when you do team management, top scientists, they should have not only this one, decision making and respect, self-respect should be there. And you should have respect to all your members also, team members also. Not only don't take the respect for yourself, but faith and respect for others also. So for this, with this they have achieved so much. When the Chandrayaan was over, they said, no, what you have achieved for 1,000 rupees, we have done for 4 rupees. The percentage difference was like that. We did Chandrayaan, Mangalayaan for that 4% only. That's all. And when we were small, when we were students, there was a failure in the rockets, this thing. They were very much disheartened. Abdul Kalam was disheartened and he was in tears, and Vikram Sarabhai was a leader. And everywhere in the headlines, the paper was coming. See, these people have wasted so much country's money. Why did they siphon this country's money? We are so, poor, and they have misused the country's money. We all as students, we thought like that only. Why did they go to do rocket? They should not have done. You see, behind the screen, what is the story? Vikram Sarabhai went there and said, it is me, it's my mistake. The whole youngsters, all the young scientists were saved. Don't scold them, don't put blame on them. It is me. If you want to scold, you can put the blame on me. So this is the leader. He takes the blame on himself. He gives the credit to others. The Abdul Kalam was young at that time. He said, I learned the lesson for my life. So coolly, Sarabhai said, it is my mistake. But when the next rocket was launched successfully, he said, they gave the credit to the team. They did so nicely. He didn't say, I did so nicely. He said, my team has done so nicely. They have done so nicely, like this. So these are the summary. There should be empathy and communication, commitment and passion, accountability and delegation. Accountability means a leader. This nowadays, what is happening? Politicians will go on changing the colors. Today they will say something and tomorrow they will say, I didn't say that. This every day it happens. They are bluffing, they are doing again the same thing. Still, I don't know why the people are voting them. It is happening again and again, then also. But accountability is one of the biggest things that leaders should have. So, you can see from these pictures, whatever you have understood, I hope you have understood. The leader should be able to take everything on himself. See, I worked in Arunachal, no? I know one true incident. In one village, see the villages on the border of Burma, They are very much prone to terrorist attacks and insurgency. One chief, I heard that he was very brave. He was very brave. And then he used to look after everyone as his own children. For example, during the flood, if the bridges, they are flimsy, they are washed away, he will simply tie a rope from this place to that place, and holding the rope and carrying the load and carrying the children, he will reach to other place so that the children will be able to go to school. He was sacrificing everything for them. He was a very popular leader. Many unfortunately terrorists killed him, that one, because they wanted to show that by killing these strong persons, the whole village can be brought into control. That is a very sad thing. Many sad things I have seen, that is also one of the things. And I also wonder, these are all unsung heroes. People have never heard about them, but they have done so much for the country. If they have not saving the country at the border, that we are sharing 3,500 kilometers of border under China, Arunachal Pradesh. But if the people are not standing with us, any time China would have come inside. It is a human heart that is with us. And how much brave they should be to face these day-to-day struggles. So this Vikram Sarabhai story I have told you already. And this side you see, you can see these wheels. Say in any team or any corporate or any factory is just like having so many wheels adjusted with each other. Not only really machinery, but humans also. We are all like wheels. One wheel attached to another. If I stop the work, the whole factory will stop the work. So this teamwork is very important. The leader should be able to propel this whole team in such a way they coordinate with each other and the whole thing runs smoothly. That's the thing. These are some of the small, each picture tells you a story. You can understand yourself. I need not have to explain you. This one, for example, head and heart put together to get a leader. You can put a caption yourself. I will ask you later on to put the caption for this. Okay? Yes or no? And this one, can you understand this? A boss is the one who orders. Go forward, do this, do that. But a leader is the one who leads. Once after a war, a British commander said, in that one I think it was against some Nawab or something, you people, you stay in home and say, you go and fight. But we people, we stand in front and fight. That's the difference, he said. This is Daivi Sampat from Gita. This is also not only emotional question, but spiritual question. Whatever properties you discuss, no, all are here. Only Sanskrit names. Only Sanskrit names are there. Abhayam, you can understand. Be fearless and give confidence to others. Arjavam means honesty, integrity. And then Swadhyay, self-study. Teja means having that much confidence and radiance. Then Achapalam means what? Steadfastness, not wavering mind. Like that. Each one of that we get in a shloka, you see. This is the shloka. Abhayam sattva samshuddhi jnana yoga vyavastitihi danam damascha yajnascha swadhyaya stapa arjavam ahimsa satyam akroda tyaga shanti rapaishunam daya bhutesha loluptam ardavam hri rachapalam. Hri means modesty. Chapalam means steadfastness. Teja kshama dhuti shaucham adroho nati manita. Nati manita means egoless. Don't be too proud, then the people will be repelled. You can't be a leader. The egoistic people, they can do flourish for a few days, but they cannot be real leaders. Bhavanti sampadam daivim abhijatasya bharata. This one, Gita, Sri Krishna has given definition. Our emotional quotient, our spiritual quotient, he has given a definition. These people who are having these qualities, they can have this leadership qualities like that. With this, I am coming to end. Another thing Sri Krishna said is, Ma shucha sampadam daivim abhijatosi bharata, means don't worry, you also can grow these qualities. So what he said to Arjuna, we shall apply for ourselves. I shall apply for all of you. Don't worry, you can also grow these qualities like that. Now, it is question session. Come on, first you identify the people. And this one? Just now I said no. Say loudly. Say loudly. Abakka, the queen of Goa. Right. Now, you tell me some of the leadership qualities of Shivaji. Come on. You remember, no? Few at least remember, you remember. Come on. You stand up and tell. Okay? No, nobody will stand up. What to do? Come on. Come on. Very good. Very good. This one? Honesty. Right. He treated women with respect. Now, what do you know about Abaka? Don't know. You try to study. I am giving you this homework. You must know this about this courageous lady. See, so many ladies were so courageous, not only Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai, but Abakka, Chennamma, so many others. You must know their stories. Because this is the time that Nari Shakti should come up. Otherwise, our country will go to death. You have to. It is a time you know that Bengal is burning. So it is time now everybody should learn self-defense system also, and you should become worthy children of Bharat. And Swamiji said, unless the women come up, nothing will happen. And he was so confident about women, he said, if I get some 50,000 men, it will take about 50 years to convert this country. But if I get the women, I will be able to change the whole country within few weeks. He said, few weeks. He was so confident. See, he also said something very wonderful. See, who writes the history, you tell? Those who are the leaders. We say always, that was the king and this was the king. See, even if Aurangzeb has done such a torture and given so trouble this thing, then also we write in the history book, oh, he has done this, he has done. Why? We are putting all of them on our top. Whether it is Aurangzeb or Alauddin Khilji or all nonsense people who have tortured our country, they are putting. Because they were the leaders. They were at that time they killed, tortured, did this, did that. But we are putting them in the history book. So Swamiji says, the past was for muscular men. Those who tortured, those who did this, did that. But future will be for metaphysical women. Means future history will be written by women, he said. Metaphysical women. Because they are going to lead the country. So he had so strong faith in you people. If we don't do anything, this is such a waste, what to say. I have to come to close now. Subhash Chandra Bose had such a charisma. Simply people poured their gold, silver, everything to his feet. What was he saying? Can you tell me one saying that he said? What he said? One this thing, something you remember, you tell. Come on. Come on. Tell. Get up. Give me blood, I will give you freedom. Right. That's what you said, na? In Marathi. And who is this person? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Why do we remember him so much now? Say, at the time when this India became free, every state thought, every king thought, oh, I have got back my kingdom. Hyderabad Nizam said, this is my kingdom. I will have a separate kingdom. Mysore king said, I have got my kingdom. Kashmir said, I have got my separate Kashmir. Sardar Vallabhbhai, and even in Junagadh, there also, everywhere. Sardar Vallabhbhai sent the military so quickly that everybody surrendered. Okay. We all belong to India, okay, like that. Otherwise, we would have been into pieces. India would have gone to pieces. Who are these? Tatas. This one is? And this one is? J.R.D. Tata. This one is? See, they say, if they don't give money in charity, they would have been richer than Ambani or this one. But Tatas have made it a rule that we should give back to the country as much as possible. Because long back when Parsis came here, they took an oath. India is our country, India is our motherland. We will try to give as much as possible to this country. This one is, you know. Who is this one? Don't know. You have heard Varghese? Korean, na? That one, Amul, Anand, this one, who has started, no? That one. You know the story behind it? He heard a comment in England. In India, the milk is the same as the drying water, like this. He felt hurt. So much self-respect he had. But to my country, they are able to say like this. Then I must come back and do something to the country. He devoted whole life for bringing good milk to the children. This is, you know, both of them. We say there is a difference between spiritual quotient and emotional quotient. These people had spiritual quotient. They did not fight with sword. They did not do anything like that. They did not do any violence. They did not do any conversion. But still, their organizations are going on gloriously. Do you understand? Why? Because there is a spiritual element in that. So that is why. That is the difference. The religion is not for violence. Religion is something spiritual. So, nowadays, those who fight and see, Swamiji said very jokingly, in India, we Hindus, if we get the tapas bhav, means I want to be spiritual, we do austerity, we fast, we do japa, we spend these days in this thing, and we punish ourselves. Whereas, if you people become religious, you will go and cut down the neck of somebody else. This is your religion. He said boldly. Whatever he said boldly. Didn't care who is saying what. Yes. Thank you for the patient hearing.